Hey y'all, it's your girl, and I'm here to deliver a message to whoever the Moon Oracle cards chooses. So let's see. I hope all is well. Moon Oracle, Spirit of the Beyond. Whose reading are we going to do today? Which zodiac sign will it be? Spirit, tell me. Tell me. Third quarter moon, a collective. Adjustments are required. It didn't choose a zodiac sign, so it's a collective, another collective. It's the third quarter moon, and the message is adjustments are required. So let's see. Let's move on to the Torah. Remember, collective, take only what resonates and leave what does not. If the message is not for you, do not force it. It is not for you. Also, don't forget to flip and change the roles as you see them fit. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel or paid a visit to my Etsy shop, the link is under my bio. All right, so first of all, I just saw that this tarot card reader that I listened to had put up a whole paragraph about how she's seeing people talk about slavery and, you know, the people of color, because I'm not going to call you black. That is a curse to say that you are the color black, because there's like I said, the English vocabulary is not what we're supposed to be speaking. Creole and other languages is our language. We were taught this type of talk, and that makes it a curse, okay? It is a curse. They wouldn't have taught us this language if it wasn't to curse ourselves. So, and they wouldn't call us black if it wasn't to curse ourselves, because the word black, like I said, if you go back in time, that's not what you called the people of color. They were Kemetic. Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Land of Kemet. So the word black, I don't even understand the language of why we're being called black when our skin is brown, and even the darkest person isn't the color black. Our hair doesn't even get to that color. So to say black, it means an absent of. And they did that on purpose. We're canceling ourselves out. But anyway, she was talking about slavery, blah, 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 and saying how that the reason why there was slavery is because of the people worshiping false gods, okay? That Bible is not old enough, okay? And whoever wrote it, it was a prediction. It wasn't a prophet. Like it was prophetic, but it was predicted also because the people behind it pushed it and then wrote the book to match everything. None of that shit is real. I'm just gonna put that out there. None of that shit is real. However, it has great meaning. It tells us a story of what happened to us. But don't think that God was behind any of this. This is all man. Everything is man. The Bible's man. Everything was made by man. So if you are still stuck on believing that God used man to write that type of Bible, that Bible was crafted by the people of a different color's hands. That was not God. You are God. And you are to break through these curses that they bowed us to through that Bible, because there's truth and the lie in the Bible. So don't believe the hype. We were not enslaved because that was what God wanted for us. We were and because we worshiped other gods. We were enslaved because we allowed a people to come in and conquer us and make us worship in the most superficial way. And that bound us to them and their rules and regulations. We canceled ourselves out. That's why. It has nothing to do with the forces beyond the material realm. Because we control them. But we handed them over to man-made shit. That's why we were enslaved. We chose material over our spiritual practice and strength, over truth and spirit. There is no external God to worship. There's only an inner God to worship, and that is you. And you handed yourself over into slavery. It has nothing to do with anything more than that. You did this. We did this. And we're doing it. No one wants to take accountability. They want to say that external forces that we have control over did this to us. But anyways, let's get to the message. Nobody ever wants to take ownership of their own bullshit and what the fuck they go through in life. Including me. I don't be wanting to take credit too, but I know it'd be me. Now, 8 of Wands, but I'm also getting used to understanding that I have a lot of fucking power in this world and beyond. It's just we've been, like I said, we've been enslaved to think less of ourselves. So breaking those chains is much harder because we fear taking the responsibility, the power. Someone says you can actually have power. It's kind of scary when you're so used to not having it. But anyways, 8 of Swords. This is a restricted mindset, a limited mindset, limited to beliefs, limited to his story, what you've been told, your experiences that you faced because of a choice that you made. But did you ever think that if you maybe didn't make that choice and chose something else, that shit would have went better or further? So don't restrict yourself. Don't get caught in your head in negative energy. Don't be in a state of hopelessness, okay? Think beyond. Create new ideas, new beliefs. Gain new understanding. Death. Death shows there's a need to let go of something inside of you. It needs to die, and you need to rebirth. You need to evolve. You need to rebirth. Where's death, there's rebirth. The reason why you need to kill something off is so that you can become something else. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a caterpillar into a butterfly. It's not really death. It's transformation. So there's something that needs to be transformed within you, probably on a mental level because you're mentally restricted. And the way you think limits you. We have the World card. The World card shows completion, though. And evolving. And passing through to the next level. To a new beginning. So something's definitely ending and closing out. Transforming. You're moving and shifting into a more emotionally fulfilled and blissful state of your life, of your journey. We have the Judgment card. Judgment is all about accountability. Releaso, being released. Releasing the guilt. The obligation. So freedom. Expect to be freed as soon as you take accountability for not wanting to be the reason why things transform. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which indicates caution and a slow and steady approach. Paying attention to details, not rushing. Being reliable and responsible. We have the King of Wands, ambition and inspiration and motivation and strength and power and a need to take charge and control over your life. We have the Queen of Cups, which indicates being intuitive and trusting your intuition, your feelings, how you feel, allowing your heart and your emotions to guide you. So it's also a card of nurturing and loving energy. You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords represents a more stronger mindset, a more powerful one, an authoritative one, a truthful one. So expect truth and mental clarity. I see transformation.